Hello everyone. Today we are going to look at how to add the hands and then we will further enhance the walk cycle for the character. We have also added depth of field and I have made some editing in After Effects. So we'll see how all this is put together in Blender. The description you can look for the tutorial on how to create the first part of the animation and then we are going to continue from there. The first part of the animation had just the walk cycle without the hands. So we're going to add hands, reduce the size of the footsteps and add some depth of field. And we will also create some more keyframes for the foot animation. So uh, if you have already created that file, what we have here is the legs, which I think are quite long. So I'm going to make them short. That is the first thing we're going to do. So making the leg short doesn't change anything. The animation remains the same. All right. Now I'll go to add mesh cube and like the leg, I'm going to make it small. So 0.25, 0.25 and 1. Was it 0.5 for the hand? And we will add a new material, name it yellow, and we can simply add a yellow color. Okay, so that will be our hand. This is 0.5. Okay, now what we need is that the hand will move from the edge here. So we need to move the pivot point to the edge. So I'll go to the edit mode by hitting the tab key. I'll select these four and then I'll hit shift S and then say cursor to selected. Okay, so the 3D cursor moves there. And then I'll go to object, set origin, origin to 3D cursor. So now our cursor is at the end of the object. Now this hand looks like it should be maybe 0.75. I don't know what length looks good. And now we need to, I'll go to frame number 0 when okay, so if I hit the 3 key, alright, so I can see that both the legs are flat on the ground at frame number 1. We will position where we want the hand to be at. Okay, and then we can see that I'm using the keyboard shortcut 1, 3, 7 and 0 to go to different views, and we need to align the hand along the rotation of the body. So -10 looks pretty good, and we will keep a certain distance of hand from the body. Alright, so that will be our hand. And again, if I go to the 3 key, it can be positioned where we want it to. Alright, so we will name this hand left. I will go to 7 again, shift T and move it and name this hand right. Alright, and then I will select this, shift select this, and then hit control P for parent, and I'll say object, select this, shift this, control P for parent. So the hands are now going to move with the legs. Alright, so we need to add the animation for the hand. Now hand, when this leg is in the front, the hand is in the back. So we can snap the angle and then rotate it And also you will see that my axis is not global. Okay, it is local, so it is aligned with the hand. And we need the back pose, so 115 will be the back pose, and this will be slightly down as well. So say 40. All right, so it depends on how much you want the hand to swing. So this is 90 plus back, it will go less, and front it will go more. Okay, so this looks good to me. 40 and 115, or it can be 110. So 40 and 110 will be our animation. So we can set single key here, and then we can set single key here. And at 10, this will become 40. And we will say set single key. This becomes 110. And set single key. Okay, so it will, and now we need to make this repeat. So we'll go to graph editor, modifier, and then we will say cycle. Okay, and then we need it repeat mirrored and repeat mirrored. So we'll do the same thing here, cycles, repeat mirrored and repeat mirrored. The hand is going to now oscillate. Okay, so that creates our character with hand. Okay, now I'll go to the 0 key and we will add depth of field. So we will, in the camera, we'll turn depth of field on, and above that viewport display, we will go to limits and we will set the limits. So when the character is here, it will be in focus. So when the character comes here, so you can decide, and then when it is far away, it will be out of focus. When it goes towards the camera, it will be out of focus. All right, and then the f-stop is what will add the blur. So I have made it 0.1, and that 0.1 blur will create that depth of field. Okay, we will also fix the legs. You can see now that the leg simply goes straight. There's no rotation in the foot, which makes it very robotic. So we'll try to add a little bit of organic rotation. So when we lift our foot, it goes down. So maybe 25. And we can add a single keyframe there. And you can see that it is copied all along. So the leg rotates as it lifts. And then when it lands, just a frame before, we will rotate it up, say minus 10 or minus 15, for example. It goes a little bit inside because our pivot point is not in the right place, but I think that should be fine. It will not be so visible. So we have this rotation of foot before it hits the ground and it repeats. We will do the same thing on the other side. So we'll select this one, and we are using the third frame to make the leg go like this. We're using 25 and insert single keyframe and just one frame before, it rotates up to -15 and insert single frame. All right. So we have this nice animation. I'll hit the 0 key and play the animation. You can see that now the leg has a nice flow to it. The character comes in focus, hands are swinging, and it has to be in the right direction. And then it comes back. Okay, that's about it. Thank you very much. Please subscribe to my channel, and if you have worked on this tutorial, share your work by commenting in the link section. Thanks.